Interpretivism focuses centrally on the role of language and the mind in representing and interpreting reality and knowledge, not surprising for a view called interpretivism. The ontology or view of reality of interpretivism is clear from its starting point. There is no objective knowledge of the world outside of oneself. Rather, it is always mediated by the active meaning-making processes of our mind, by our personal context, and by the particular systems of language and communication which we employ. Because language and the knower's experience are shaped by external forces such as history, gender, and power, these forces will always shape our reality. Interpretivism is a broad perspective, and it overlaps with other philosophical perspectives on research, especially post-structuralism and critical theory. Where interpretivism differs from post-structuralism, which can sometimes be accused of having given up on meaning, is that it holds meaning, though subjective and mediated, as centrally important. Interpretivists are intent on exploring the subjective meaning-making of individuals as a way to get to ethics and activism. Interpretivism's reaction against positivist perspectives drove it towards subjectivity as a reality to be celebrated. As we connect with others, hear their stories, and try connect with their meanings, we value them. More positivist approaches that attempt to be objective, interpretivists assert, do so by dehumanizing and devaluing people, both as research subjects, but also as researchers. In fact, interpretivism is often defined in contrast with positivism, as it vehemently objects to positivism's view that research must be linear, objective, and generalizable to be valid. Interpretivists have promoted an alternative approach. In relationship and research through connected communication, we not only value our research subjects, but we also value ourselves as active knowers and subjects. How meaning is acted out and negotiated between people forms a communication-focused epistemology, or view of knowledge, in interpretivism. There is never a neutral source of information or learning, be it a book or a teacher, as knowledge comes to us from the active, subjective other we are in relationship with. Interpretivism's epistemology focuses on the mediating role of language and the knower's own mind. The way that ideas are shaped and expressed through language in order to persuade, known as rhetoric, molds what is known. Key figures in interpretivism vary widely, as it is not a tightly bound philosophical tradition, but rather a set of perspectives applied to a variety of practices including ethnography, phenomenology, hermeneutics, symbolic interactionism, cybernetics, and feminist criticism. This range of application means that interpretivism has internal inconsistencies and disagreements in its definition and application amongst practitioners, but that it is also open and inclusive of many different perspectives and applications, which is of course appropriate for a perspective focused on individual interpretations.